piece of junk, but it still works.
Okay. I don't know. I think we should wait a few minutes until we get into spoilers, just in case.
Yeah, just to tell people.
Maybe I should write it down somewhere. Or can we do? I'm gonna do a pinned comment in the chat.
It started, by the way. The stream has started now. I just heard you started talking, and I muted the stream.
All right, I'm gonna do a pinned comment in the chat. So anyone who comes on the chat. I'm gonna do a pinned. Yo, that's my voice.
Also, maybe you could
mute my YouTube. Yes.
Mod. Is it possible to make mod in chat? Right?
Yeah. But I could just delete stuff from my screen if I.
Yeah, I know, but just in case.
Yeah, if I need you, I'll let you know. All right, hold on.
Make me mod, or else we won't be able to do anything.
All right, we're saying this live stream is a Cars on the Road spoiler talk. If you haven't seen the series, turn back now.
Run!
Everybody, get out! Oh, that's my. It's on my screen now. Iron Man dies in this show. You need to get out.
That's the wrong movie time.
I'm sorry. I wanted to do so badly, just start going around yesterday, just tricking people and just coming up with fake spoilers all day. I thought it would be so funny. It's rude. It would be very rude, but I thought it would be so funny if I just went around using my channel as as just like a vessel to just lie to people about what happens in this show.
I was planning on saying that Frank dies, but
not Frank.
After taking out like half the oil rig, but yeah.
The only time we saw a tractor was in the haunted house, right? I was kind of surprised by that. I don't think we saw him.
I'm not sure.
There was nothing on the road when they, like the beginning of each episode when you just saw them driving. There wasn't anything there really.
No, I'm just trying to think of it.
There's a tractor on the way to B movie.
At least we get it. Oh yeah, that makes sense at the B movie part.
Yeah, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little. However,
we're already getting into spoiler territory with this. Just little spoilers, but yeah.
Well, no, it's fine. We can do that. I'm getting over a cold. I was sick a few days back, so if my voice sounds a little off, that's why. If my voice sounds a little off, that's because it's not my voice, it's Robin's voice.
Well, Cars Adventure should return soon, right?
Yeah, I was trying to plan it out. I don't know, either tomorrow or Sunday. Originally the goal, as you know, and now everybody knows, the original plan was to get it out before On the Road, but I don't really think it matters. With the whole series releasing at once, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, but this season of Cars Adventure has been like the longest in terms of time it has taken to release all the episodes.
Season 14 wasn't longer. Season 14 was like a crime against humanity, how long it took me to make that. My goal when we go beyond this season is to get consistent with releases again. Maybe every other day now. But
yeah, well that was your plan with this season. Every other day.
And I kept up with it occasionally.
For like 5 episodes, or three episodes.
Less than 5 episodes. I don't know. I also just didn't have that much motivation to make Cars Adventures. I was starting to see it as more of like a chore than something I enjoyed. But whenever I'm doing these episodes, these longer episodes, when I get the motivation to do them,
Well, as soon as you're done with it, then you can go back to more the simple.
Yeah, exactly. Now, an episode I really wanted to do. I said already, the clown pity is just gonna be evil. I thought that was funny. And one of the first episodes I wanted to do in the next Cars Adventure season was gonna be that he gets convinced that Speed Demon is Batman, that it's the Batmobile. But now we know that Speed Demon doesn't actually exist. So I'm gonna replace it, I think.
Speed Demon does exist, but it's going to be interesting as to how you're going to put that in your series.
I don't know if I ever will unless a character comes near death specifically on the Salt Flats. It's a very specific set of circumstances that makes that character come to life.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, we don't. I don't personally. I don't think Speed Demon was real. Can we talk about Mater opening his door to get back in his body though?
Sort of real, but not real as in she's not in the real world.
Yeah.
Not the real world from your series.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean.
Give it a few days. Mater opening his own door to enter his body again is gonna go viral.
Yeah.
I sent that to all my friends after it happened, and of course my friend sends me back. Was it a wall of flesh inside, like I speculated? I said no. I said I'm in the middle of editing my 2-hour-long iceberg video right now. I could tell you we see inside a Celine de Fer, and she looks like a car in there. One of the things I cut from the iceberg was shots of the inside of cars, because we see that with Rod Redline, don't we? Right before he dies, we see him looking at like a statistic on his inside. I think either his speedometer or the pressure. Then we see that with Dusty.
That is the statistic of that Rod sees that is like in the air outtake on his hood, which doesn't make sense because that makes the aerodynamics all messed up. But whatever.
Well, no, I think it's supposed to be him looking at the inside like of his module, because Dusty does that in Planes too.
The statistics thing, not, but I believe there have been cars that sort of no. It is a device on his hood that.
Okay, then I'm glad I didn't include that. What about in Planes 2 when Dusty looks at his inside because he's broken?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. I need to rewatch Planes 2 again soon. I've been planning on doing that for months now. There's
a scene in On the Road where Mater looks at like the speedometer, but you could tell that's on the outside. That's a modification they gave him. That's not like on the inside of the car.
That's one similar to Rod's thing.
Yeah, but Speed Demon in that episode is going to be replaced with with Steve Herschel, who the Clown Pity thinks is the Batmobile, and I think that's funny.
You gotta have Steve Herschel and the Speed Demon have some sort of interaction.
Yeah, well,
Steve teleports between whatever.
Yeah, maybe he accidentally gets stuck in whatever like astral plane she's on.
Yeah, well, in the earlier episodes with Steve Herschel, Lightning once teleports with him, and then they like.
Yeah, I've been trying to find that episode.
You need to rewatch those episodes because you kind of need to get Steve's Warpool back now that you've revealed his backstory. Yeah,
I don't know where that fits in, with Steve's revised backstory. It's not revised; it just is his backstory.
Rewatch it and then figure it out.
Maybe it was just that one time or 2 times that we saw it. I don't know.
No. It's standard because Steve wasn't surprised at it happening that way.
Yeah. There's one scene in the current Cars Adventure season that I really, really want to do. And I almost did it in the episode with Don Crumlin taking them to the prison. I almost did it, and I don't want to say it because it probably will still show up in the show. But they said that there's one prisoner in... There's one prisoner that they tested the sinkhole prison with, and Fillmore drives off because he wants to see aliens. There was going to be like a credit scene in that episode originally where Fillmore finds that one prisoner and they talk.
Right.
But I had to cut it because if you watch the entire episode, Fillmore never actually comes back with them.
Yeah.
By the way, the like special containment unit of that prison was actually going to be the inside of my fridge. Fillmore in that original scene, Fillmore was going to end up inside my fridge talking to whatever prisoner that Chrome had tested the prison out with. He was just going to be in my fridge.
Oh, well, that's a waste of energy.
Yeah, but it was a short scene. Also, it's my basement fridge. There's nothing in it.
What? Chicken. That's nice. Chicken staff. Chef. How do you say it? Chicken chef?
Chicken chef. I like well there's I forget what I was saying. There's Oh right. Well, the prison is my garage. Rod's base is my basement.
Yeah.
I hear somebody driving outside. Oh, I hear somebody shooting at me. How inconvenient.
Yeah, well, the Plains characters, there were people saying that the Plains characters would
I
show up on the road,
yeah.
on the roads, but that is because it's just
Oh, they're
basically
there.
a rumor made by people who's were like,
Uh,
oh, they're gonna. This is what people want. We want clickbait in it.
I don't think it was clickbait. Like I trust Ned Wheeler and what he
No,
does.
Ned Wheeler was clickbaited.
I don't
That's
think
what I think.
I watched that.
The,
Yeah.
the website that he mentioned that one was clickbait.
Yeah. No, I don't think he was. Oh, I'm dead.
Done.
Yeah. No, I don't think he clickbaited. But I didn't trust any rumors for On the Road because every single one that I heard was wrong. That's why I never reported on any of the rumors. I got a lot of comments about them.
Cam Spinner.
Cam Spinner. That was who knows.
And the one with Lightning's voice. The one with Lightning's voice. That was going to be the other guy.
Yeah, that one is like, I think that's iceberg worthy. That could have been good for the second iceberg. Originally, the iceberg included a segment on times where Owen Wilson didn't voice Lightning. But it felt kind of disrespectful to me to put like a real guy's name on the iceberg and like rate how obscure he is.
Well, you did actually mention him on your first iceberg.
Yeah, I did.
On the road on the first iceberg.
Yeah, well, early rumors indicated it was Keith Ferguson, the voice of Lightning from Cars Tunes, and I wouldn't be surprised if that one was true, if that one was an early plan.
Possibly.
I think that's likely, because I'm surprised they secured Owen Wilson, and at the end of the day, was it really worth it? He didn't even say wow.
He didn't?
I don't think he did.
I thought he did at some point. Like
I hope so.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was like snuck in the background
Wow.
somewhere.
Well, there were no Kachows. I think Disney regrets creating Kachow. You didn't have any in Cars 3 either, other than when it was being made. He does say whoa, but that's not the same as wow. Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah, well, Owen Wilson also doesn't say wow in Loki.
Yeah, that's disappointing. We have a severe lack of Owen Wilson Disney Plus content where he says wow.
He says how.
Yeah.
That's close.
How?
He also says how somewhere in this series, I think.
Well, it's a very common word. Yeah, you had all the classic Mater catchphrases in there.
Definitely, that was good.
They really.
Just let's have a moment of silence for Mater basically dying, coming back to life.
Oh yeah, no, that was hilarious. They really like. I was surprised, and I say this in my no spoiler review I'm putting out. But they had guts. What is this? And why did it take up 2 of my Amazon? What? I have a healing cannon. Why do I need that? I'm playing solos. Why am I gonna be going around?
You can shoot it at the ground and then heal yourself.
Yeah, I could.
If you have, it's basically a waste of space.
It takes up two ammo slots, so let's not do that.
Mayor's dream. Wait, which dream was it again? The one with the dinosaurs, right? Chicken Chef.
Very glad. The dinosaur one was probably my least favorite episode. I just thought it was kind of rushed. And like it was because they had to set up the series. But
well, it was decent. Like the first parts at Radio Springs, that felt kind of rushed.
yeah, I mean, I say this in my no spoilers review that I'm putting out later today also, but they didn't even need the Radiator Springs townies in there. Of course, you could be upset at how little they were used, and I am, because they keep just acting like the Radiator Springs townies just never do anything in other media. But like, I get it. The whole point is that to make Cars more interesting, they take them out of Radiator Springs. I get that. And I haven't...
I was just happy that it's good that we at least get to see the cast of Radiator Springs at least once.
Yeah, Sheriff and Sarge did not speak. It's fine.
But she
I'm
didn't speak.
Lizzie's voice died a few years ago. I assume they would.
It's kind of obvious that she didn't speak. Why she didn't speak? So yeah.
Yeah, Sarge's voice is like 90 years old, so maybe he decided to retire, or they just didn't get him back. That's fine. Of course, Fillmore was recast after his voice actor passed away, and I assume Lizzie will be as well. She's a comic relief character, so is Fillmore.
Or they just keep her in the background. I don't know. We'll find out or not.
Yeah.
I hope we will find out because it needs more content.
Well, Sarge and Sheriff not speaking is fine, I guess. Sheriff didn't really talk in Cars 3, so it's a little disappointing. But the fact that they were there was just nice because I didn't like we know they were there in the trailer, but like honestly, I wouldn't have expected them to show up. And the fact that Ramon got a new paint job too was nice of them to do that. It was a little awkward though without Sarge and Sheriff talking. Because you had scenes where like the whole town starts exclaiming, and it's literally just Fillmore and Flo saying things. That was a little awkward.
Yeah, well, Guido Luigi also said a few things.
Yeah, which was nice. I like though what I didn't expect with the dinosaurs. Sorry, finish. What you were saying?
Didn't get Larry the Cable. No, not Larry. No, what was he called? The one who voices Mac. That guy.
John Ratzenberger. Mac did not speak. John Ratzenberger retired from Pixar movies a few years back, but he did come back to voice the Yeti in the Monsters, Inc. show last year. So, I mean, I'm sure he would have come back for Mac, but, like, what was there for Mac to say? Also, Mac had a new design. I don't know if anybody noticed this. It's very similar to Rusty's Mac from the beginning of Cars 3, but it isn't. It's the cab from Cars 3 Mac, and then the back just has the Rusty's logos, and it doesn't have McQueen's face on it anymore. Which I guess makes sense, because nowadays he's not necessarily hauling around McQueen, right? Maybe he's taking Cruz places.
Well, although this takes place during the off-season,
yeah,
it would be kind of odd that he doesn't have the Cruz back part.
Maybe in the off season he works for Lightning, or maybe the Cruz hauler is canon, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do that because I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah, maybe just Mac at first like he hauled Cruz, but
I like that. Is that going to be a hot take? I'm glad that Lightning and Cruz don't always see each other. I like that they're both able to go off.
They're clearly not. Well, Cruz is clearly like doing like multi-purposing, like she's prepared for whenever she's no longer able to do the racing. She'll certainly get another job.
I love that. I like how Cruz was portrayed in the series more than I liked her in Cars 3, if I'm being honest. Because they take the fact that she was a trainer and they make it into this big joke that she's doing 100 million things. And I like that. And of course, that was probably one of my favorite jokes in the series, that Cruz was just doing literally everything humanly possible, or carly possible. I thought that was funny, but beyond that, it shows Cruz always had such a strong motivation because she was a trainer. And in Cars 3, of course, we see what it's like when she isn't motivated because we know she wanted to be a racer and she wasn't able to. And now that she is, she's confident again. And I like how she's multitasking, doing all these different things, being able to, oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, whoa, no, wait, stop, no. Wait, no, what button is this? Wait, how do I get rid of, wait. Ah! I didn't take any fall damage, and I leveled up, so we're good. I still don't know what I did.
You're alive!
Anyway, I like how Cruz was portrayed. I like that she's doing all these things, and very interesting thing, she mentioned that she started a racing school, which I really like.
Well, maybe, no, the Academy from the Pixar Studios, it's not canon, I think.
The McQueen's Racing Academy? I don't know, I haven't...
They did just make actual animation for that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually... I actually chose not to watch that. I still haven't been... It's the same as the one from the Motor Speedway of the South. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the front from the Rusty's McQueen design is what I thought, but I think it may be slightly different. Indiana Jones riding a wolf with a gun. This would totally demonetize me. Wait, I jumped off the wolf. Yeah, for those of you keeping track of my incredible Fortnite journey, I did buy the Battle Pass and I got Indiana Jones, and I'm very close to unlocking Darth Vader. Should have him within a few days, which is good because he will no longer be available starting the 17th. So then I could be Darth Vader with a gun, which makes me a little uncomfortable, honestly, but that's okay.
Well, maybe you should do like a no gun challenge with Darth Vader. Then.
Vader is on the map as a boss currently. Oh no, wait, I didn't realize I was by the storm. Hold on, who's this guy? No, the wolf is attacking you. I don't want to get over. I want to get out of there. I'm gonna be in the storm soon. I didn't see. No. Okay, so Vader is a boss on the map currently, and I've been trying to kill him. And the other day, at the beginning, you don't know where he is. He lands at a different place every game, and he has a little camp, and that camp has stormtrooper guns, which are really good because they don't have to reload. They have literally infinite ammo. They do have to reload, but it takes a little while. So I'm chasing down. I'm not chasing down. Sorry. I steal a bus. There's a bus and it has a giant gun on the top because I need some achievement with, like, there are these cars around the map with graffiti on them and I have to modify them and start breaking things, and I've never been able to find the car with the graffiti and the car modifications in the same match. So still haven't gotten that achievement. But someone died here. But I suddenly found I found this bus, and then I accidentally ran into Vader, and I get on top of the bus. There's a turret on top of the bus. I start shooting at him. I get his shield health all the way down. Then I get out of the bus, start hitting him, get back in the bus, and then I kill him. I kill Darth Vader as Indiana Jones, and when you kill him, you get his lightsaber. So Vader's stormtroopers that flank him start coming at me. You could, like, one-hit kill them. I won the match because I was going around killing people with Darth Vader's lightsaber, and the longest it took me to kill someone with Darth Vader's lightsaber was, like, 3 hits. It's crazy.
Oh, lol. Also, Chicken Chef, yeah, I understand the confusion, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cruz has her racing academy at the Dinoco Prestige Center play set, because makes sense to train races there. I'd
assume so. We know those blank yellow pitties, right? That come with that playset. I assume it's the Rusty's Racing Center pitties recolored, and I assume her trainees are probably the Rusty's trainees, but yellow.
At least those pitties are yellow because it's now the Cruiser's Academy.
Exactly. That's a cool concept, though. That, out of everything and on the road, I think the most likely thing I could potentially put in Cars Adventures is that. That's something I would like to explore, and it's something they may eventually explore, but it's something I'd like to do my own take on. Cruz wouldn't really be there, though, would she, aside from the off-season?
Is that extended playset, or are you going to leave it?
I think I'm going to use the racing garage, probably.
Yeah, you got to, of course, train parts in the racing.
Yeah. The fact that it's one blank platform. Back in 2017, I regret they did this really cool Racing Center playset in 2017. I wish I had that. If I had that, I would have used it. I don't know if I'm going to get any of the other on-the-road playsets. I've been considering getting the Salt Flats one. Not for Mater, but for the playset itself. I'm not going to get the Ivy one, because, again, Ivy diecast is inevitable, and I don't need just a giant loop taking up space.
The only playset that I'm considering, because I'm not going to buy the Will Car Wash, I'm only considering the
I just threw
Dinosaur
food.
one.
Well, yeah, I don't count that as a playset. I'm getting that. I think it'd be really funny. My stuff from On the Road is going in the section of my floor where I put all the stuff from, like, around the world and stuff. We call it someone's shooting at me. We call it the around the world section.
The dinosaur should go with where you store Cabby and what was it called?
Those just go in my closet.
The Hydro Wheels boats, that one.
See, I thought it would be funnier because it's my sister's floor. This is her room. I thought it'd be really funny if I just casually put the dinosaur where it would go on my floor, like mapped with the Salt Flat cars and the clown cars and everything. I just thought that would be really funny, and then she just comes home from school one day and there's just a dinosaur in her room now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm gonna do that. It's gonna take up so much space. It's gonna take so much. But I don't care. That's funny.
It's worth it.
It's totally worth it. And then I'll have to put. It's like how I display Frank.
Because like, I don't store stuff in other rooms.
We did it. We reached the first comment that guy looked like Steve. Robin and I were talking about this before it started. I got out of my chair and started screaming when that hearse popped up.
What was his name again? He was the founder.
I don't think they say his name. He's just referred to. No, Randy was the pity at the end.
No, Randy was the founder was Randy.
Was he? I thought it was the pity she's talking to.
Oh no, she was talking to the painting. She was also looking towards the painting.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I'm not just colorblind. Maybe I'm regular blind.
Well, that does explain you not knowing that he was Randy.
Randy was a hearse. Okay, well, Randy is my guy. I love Randy. If we when we get the inevitable Randy diecast, he's gonna have like a rap battle with Steve Urkel.
Once Randy comes into Cars Adventures, you definitely gotta make him a character, regardless if he's dead or alive.
Yeah. His name is also referenced in the captions. Okay. Also, shout out to the fact that the ice cream truck's name, did you see in the credits? He's credited as Captain Longleggy, which is what Mater calls him.
Why is he called Captain Longleggy? That wasn't even his original name, because of course he didn't have it.
Well, I'm sure we'll get official names. Someone in the Mad Max episode is credited Jeremy. By the way, I called that being called the Thunderdome, the Thunder Cone. I was right. The little blue car with them is named Jeremy. The main woman is just labeled as Chiefess, and he's credited as Captain Longleggy. Part of me hopes that he'll get an actual name, but another part of me wants him to just officially be called Captain Longleggy.
Cars have legs now. Yes, you're late, Rashid. We're very late.
Well, no, it's 26 minutes. He's good. He missed me dying in Fortnite twice.
He's late. He's late. You're a failure, Rashid.
Man.
Just kidding, of course.
Captain Longleggy. I love Captain Longleggy. But man, what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I think his name will change because they often have put
they're like placeholder names in the credits
than the actual names of the cars.
Yeah, I will say, almost better. It is better than Clown Pity. Clown Pity is a very lazy name, but as we all know, his real name is Circus Stunt Performer. What was I gonna say? Why did I forgot? I remember, then I forgot, then I forgot again. It is
something about the ice cream park?
No, something about legs. McQueen in the second episode says, "My head is spinning." You don't have a head. You have you're a car. For years.
Well,
in Cars Adventures. Does she have a gaffy stick? Is that the no? Stop dancing. I think that was
the entire reality of the Cars franchise. Anyways,
I think that's the stick Tusken Raiders use. Now she's dancing. Now I can't see. I think that was a gaffy stick. Yes, you were going to talk about how stupid it is that they call it Bigfoot instead of Big Wheel. Let's go. I didn't even say that. You're right. Should have been Big Wheel.
Well, the fact that there's several things that are basically... Now I'm thinking about the dinosaurs, because the dinosaurs being car models also because that is kind of out of... that's not kind of inconsistent with the Dynaco logo.
Well, we never see the Dynaco logo in great detail. It's just a silhouette. You could still make that silhouette from those dinosaurs.
Yeah, kind of.
Right? What I like, honestly, the song Ivy's dancing to, I don't like how good it was. Is somebody... Oh, you're landing right next to me. Hold on. Let me deal with you. Can I get the first elimination? Yo, I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that. Usually, people, like, by the time I hit the ground, usually there are already, like, 5 people dead, because I guess they just didn't land right.
You got the first elimination!
The dinosaur names. Let's go, dinosaur names, yeah. What I thought was really cool, what I didn't realize in any of the marketing, was that the dinosaurs are meant to look like old stop motion, with how they're done all choppy. That was cool.
Yeah, well, I also like that the big dinosaur that they saw at first in the dream sequence was actually walking, and the legs were kind of square.
Yeah. Also, the way it's taken out by, I think it's a Spinosaur car, is, I think it's shot the same way as when they kill the T Rex in the third Jurassic Park movie. I think it's an homage to that. Um,
Possibly.
I think it's from. I have to.
I've never watched Jurassic.
Me neither, but I've seen that scene, and I got to do a breakdown. I believe it's meant. I believe it's shot in the same way. Obviously, the whole thing is a Jurassic Park parody. And the dinos and cars on the road are false carified versions.
They're not false carified dinosaurs, Rashid, because we literally saw a what was it called? The thing that the car was explaining about. Then Lightning asked if they survived the meteor and stuff. That dinosaur.
Well, no, I mean, I think
they're not false.
I think you could be onto something, because think about it. In our world, what dinosaurs look like in real life are just what we as humans have scientifically claimed they look like without, yeah, they're never named, but they are called Special Construction and Classic Rod, which were the prototype names. But anyway, what I was saying was, oh my gosh, is this the car Stonehenge that McQueen knocked over? They put it in, I'm stuck. Wait, stop it a second.
No.
Get out! They put it in Fortnite? Is that a Cars reference? In Fortnite? Okay, so anyway, in real life, dinosaurs are just what we thought they looked like, and recently we learned dinosaurs...
Well, but there's a fundamental difference between a fossil that is made out of car parts and, like, you could still interpret it different than it actually looks in the show, but the fossil is clearly car parts.
Did we see any fossils?
Well, there was, like, the fossil where Lightning asked, did they survive that fossil?
Okay, we'll have to look into that. Yeah, I don't mind the dinosaurs being cars. I don't mind. I don't really think it's a continuity issue.
It mainly puts questions in my head because we see in the Stanley short, and of course all the older cars, they are older models than some of the dinosaur models are. So,
yeah, I think part of it should be chalked up to Mater.
The show has several things that make you question the entire existence of reality in the cars.
But so do the cartoons, though, and that's what I kind of liked about this show, is that it didn't take things seriously.
All older models look different because of Lizzie. She exists.
Well, in On the Road, that's still consistent because all the cars that are
our invention of car. Like what I did like was with the cancelled made backwards to the forwards shorts. That one actually like made sense in terms of evolution of car models.
Yeah. Well, the cars here were made of stone. That was a joke. It's like the Flintstones car, more so.
Yeah, well, it's a joke, but it's a joke that actually makes sense.
Yeah, no, but
what we know now makes less sense.
Definitely, I don't really care, and that's kind of what I like. The Cars canon is always loose, and that cartoon was never even made in the first place, so we shouldn't consider that as fact. We just have been.
I know, but I'm just like I just like everything to work.
Yeah. No, I literally run. I mean, I run errors and inconsistencies, right? If anybody should be nitpicky about it, it's me. But I honestly don't really mind because, of course, I get questions from people about the state of continuity in cars all the time, and it's something I'm kind of tired of being asked about. Because it's not a very tight continuity, and it really doesn't matter. But the dinosaur cars, I don't know. I mean, I think we could chalk a lot of it up to it being Mater's imagination, or how cars assumed that dinosaurs looked, I think is another big part of it. Because, again, we have the fossils, but it's probably... Cars only know so much about cars. The real dinosaur cars that actually exist in the Cars universe could have looked far different. And, again, this is just them recreating it. And until somebody invents a time machine, we're not going to know what a T-Rex actually looked like. We just have what we have pieced together it looking like with all the information we have. So in the Cars universe, if they say a dinosaur is going to look like a certain type of car, then I guess you could find a bit of a workaround there. The other thing is they do keep consistent with older cars being older. If you noticed in the haunted house, the majority of the ghost cars are older models, like Model Ts, because Model Ts are over 100 years old now, so most of them would be dead. So that was clever.
Yeah. Also, Rashid makes a very good point with Cruz being the only main older friend returning.
What about Taco? Nah,
Yeah, okay.
with the road trip premise, I don't mind. I get it. I wasn't disappointed that we didn't have other returning characters. I think what this series did well is just, I think it did what it wanted to do well. You know,
Yeah,
but Disney's marketing of it
was
is
really cool. Also, we talked about it. We actually talked about the season 2, but I don't think there will be a season 2. Honestly,
I didn't think there would be, but the door is open. By the way, they ended it.
yeah. But on the other hand, it would be kind of. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would expect.
If you well, would you say repetitive?
You gotta make sure that Cars Adventures is a bit proof, just in case that the trip back this season.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Cars Adventures, if they go on the trip, then they come back. They don't really need to reference the fact that they went on the trip.
Start of the next season just after they've returned.
Well, that was always the goal. I was waiting for the On the Road to be out, obviously, to see whether or not we see them return. And I won't start like Cars Adventures after we get to the point where it's after On the Road. It's not going to start with them being like, "Wow, we just came home." It's not. They were already home. They're already going to have been home, just so that I future-proof Cars Adventures. One of the first episodes I have planned for Cars Adventures taking place after On the Road. This guy doesn't even know he's by me. We're gonna make him dance.
Yeah.
I think I have to complete an objective.
Season 2 would be cool, but I would also say like any other type of sequel-ish type of short or series or perhaps movie or whatever.
How does this guy not know I'm there? Ha! Made you dance!
Could also be something completely different.
Is he still alive? How is this guy? Who? Where is he running? Where'd he go? No, I'm not letting this dude get away.
Aw, you found a cute noob.
Where is he? I just hit him with a grenade that made the guy dead. Is he? Oh no, he just got the Dragon Ball stuff. Ha! Hold on. That was close. He could have gotten some real good stuff. But of course, this guy clearly did not realize that this was very good stuff in here that could like insta-kill you. So I got it, and he's dead. Woo!
The not noob reviews, not noob time.
Not anymore. They promised it and made everyone speculate on them.
Notes of your name, T something Thai.
How did that start? Well, they did promise it. But Cruz is what they were referring to. They were referring to Cruz.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever something like this happens,
a bit more, I don't know. Like, it's literally the S shouldn't have been in there. But on the other hand, they didn't want to spoil Cruz.
New and old returning character.
Well, the soundtrack.
My favorite Cars Kesha song. Oh, thanks, Rashid.
I really liked the soundtrack.
I didn't pay much attention to it.
It was fun. Each episode had its own little fun soundtrack that was relevant to the songs that were used in the episode itself.
Yeah, I'll tell you that I don't really pay much attention to soundtrack on the first time around. But
Me neither,
I will say they don't really.
The soundtrack is just like fun.
I gotta.
Of course, you have seen the credit scenes now, right, or not?
I think I've seen most of them.
You have seen the car wash credit scene.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't rewatched that episode yet. This morning I finished watching the series with my dad, who had to leave halfway through. We were watching it last night, so I watched every episode from. I watched the last 4, and I watched the credit scenes in those.
Yeah. Well, most of the credit scenes start with the circus episode, I believe.
Okay. Well, do any of them contain She-Hulk twerking?
No.
Okay, then we're safe.
Also, I haven't watched the most recent She-Hulk episode, so don't spoil it.
Well, don't worry. She doesn't twerk again. It's okay.
I'm watching Thor: Love and Thunder tomorrow in cinema, although it's already out on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I saw it in theaters twice.
I'm gonna watch it there once. I know it's already out on Disney Plus, but
you may as well see it on a bigger screen.
I'm paying for it, so yeah.
Yeah. So Die Young was my last entry on the iceberg. I got a comment today from somebody saying that they were the one that wrote, and it's one of my frequent commenters, and they said that they were the ones that they were the one that wrote that page, and that it is a mistake.
Okay.
That it's just a song that sounded like
It's all good.
Die Young. So
It makes sense that makes sense that that person it's a fandom.
yeah, and I'm glad we've acknowledged that it is a mistake. But I mean, it's funny. It's still funny. But that I know that may be something disappointing to end the iceberg on, but it's something I just found so fascinating and nobody ever talked about.
No, you probably pointed it out, and now the guy is probably going to change it up, thanks to you.
But then people won't be able to visit the Kesha page on the Cars wiki. It'll be such a sad loss.
Lol.
I think Kesha got a song where got a like streaming show where she's hunting ghosts. Is Kesha okay? I don't know. I don't know what she's up to. I just saw an ad for that. Is this Batman? Is Batman shooting at me? Mr. Bruce Wayne, sir. It's an honor. This isn't Batman. Oh my. Oh no, wait. Is that Green Arrow?
Batman vs. Indiana Jones, the crossover.
Hold on.
Is it Batman? No, it's not Batman.
That's not Batman. I think it may have been Green Arrow.
He's missing you.
It's okay. I took him out with the Kamehameha. This is the most cursed crossover I think I've ever seen.
Well, Fortnite is like the perfect place to make those kind of crossovers.
Fortnite has just become like the haven of strange crossovers. We're getting Doc from Back to the Future in a few weeks.
Well, it's only good for crossovers if you've got all the skins.
Like, what part of this isn't like had a heart attack? Thought that was Fatty Vader and expected an epic game original. Well, Rashid, you missed the part earlier on the stream where I talked about the part where I killed Darth Vader in a match a few days ago and I got his lightsaber and I won. And I just started like I killed him with a bus with a gun on it. It was pretty cool. I wish I was streaming that one. We have 8 people left. I may just win by default by accident. Yeah, no, I wish they would. I wish they would put it in real life, but not yet.
Which car? I don't know.
All of them. This Indiana Jones guy is pretty cool. He should get a whole movie.
A lot like certain real life cars.
Yeah.
You know.
I think there's one based off of Tesla, which Mater mentions. We have the first ever reference to Tesla in On the Road.
Well, yeah, although it's not a reference, but Natalie Sheridan and some of the cars with the electric army from the...
Yes, they are based on Teslas.
They do look like Teslas.
Yeah. Natalie Sheridan... I wanted to do a top 10 list on, like, most forgotten Cars characters. I think Natalie Sheridan could very well be, like, number 1. Like, literally what...
No, she's not number 1, but I get she could be on the list.
Right? Like, where... She was marketed quite a bit before Cars 3. Her diecast hasn't been out in years.
She's not a Tesla.
I don't think she's specific.
You dared me to say it, and I said it.
Legally, no. Design-wise, yes. It's like how you could say McQueen is all sorts of... Oh, look, there are 2 guys over there. It's like how you could say McQueen is all sorts of... Based off of all sorts of real-life cars, which, yes, but legally, no. Legally, Natalie is whatever meet the cars.
It's like he takes inspiration from several.
Yeah.
He's not really based on one of them. Like Natalie Sheridan is clearly
based on a Tesla. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm just hoping that one day we get the Tesla Cybertruck in Cars and that somebody throws a ball at it and the window shatters.
Yeah, well, it is. But yeah, it is fun that. That made a reference a Tesla, Tesla pickup truck.
Yeah, it's not the Cyber. Unfortunately, it's not the Cybertruck, but it is a Tesla pickup.
Sort of a pickup truck with a towing hook at the back.
What is a tow truck if not just a pickup truck with a tow hook on it?
A normal truck with the whole ice thing at the back.
Are we sure Mater counts as an actual truck? I feel like we should have an entire TV show episode. Oh, number 3. I think we should have an entire TV show episode.
Tow trucks in the truck episode.
Yeah, there were reskins of Herb Kerbler, the tow truck.
Yeah.
I recorded a video a few weeks back on every car from Meet the Cars that hasn't been made as a diecast. It's not much, but Herb Kerbler has not been. Mei and Satsuki, the two stewardesses from Cars 2. And a few more.
So, yeah, well, Natalie Sheridan is clearly a victim of Chicken Jeff just says she's an Evolve Motors Pro Qantas 4S. That's a mouthful.
We'll check that later. Why is this news? You're telling me that I can sprint in Fortnite, and am I that bad, Fortnite? I know how the game works. Am I so bad that you're telling me the controls? I've had this game for a year. What about?
It's just trying to be so annoying that you're going to deinstall it. So yeah.
Trucks are everything that has wheels and drives on the road that aren't regular cars. Not true. Motorcycles. What if I drove a Segway on a road? That's not a truck. That's a Segway.
A quad.
I believe in recycling. Look at all these iceberg callbacks.
Obviously, we believe in recycling.
I wasn't sure if I should include the religion segment, but I'm glad I did. Alright, we're getting pretty close to getting Vader. We're getting there. We're on page 9 of 10. There's some Vader themed stuff here, and then gotta do a little more, then we can get my homeboy Darth Vader. By the way, the fatty Vader joke that Rashid frequently references, one of his several running jokes that only he makes specifically in my chat, is I think one time I was doing one of my live streams where I was organizing my Star Wars figures, and he accidentally he was writing Darth Vader in a comment, and he accidentally spelled it Fatty Vader. So now whenever he refers to Darth Vader, he always writes it is this some pun on name typos again? There was only one. I'm mad that K Pillar Derev is in a 2-pack with normal Mater instead of that character that was literally like her co-host. Like,
yeah,
that was dumb. That was not a great plan.
Hey, jokes on the guys. The one guy, you know who I'm talking about, who thought he was Sterling. But there were multiple people who thought, but you know which one.
I said he was. I helped contribute to that theory. Okay, I said it too.
Okay, sorry, but you know who I am.
Yes, well, yeah, and a lot of people thought it, but I'm
just referring to one.
No, yeah. Okay.
Well, you didn't exactly say that it was Sterling. You just said like.
Could be.
Sterling, it was Sterling. You said imagine it. So, yeah.
It was a woman.
It was a female character.
I thought it would be funny. I thought it would be really funny. It is a bit of a missed opportunity.
It would have made for like the best joke
in the series.
Best joke in card history, but on the other hand, it would have also kind of not made sense, and yeah.
What?
Inconsistent.
Well, it would be better than whatever we did with Sterling in Cars Adventures. I say we like you were involved in that. You had nothing to do with it.
No, yeah.
That was all me.
The thing I've done is remind you a couple times that Sterling is not in prison.
He's not?
No. The last time he was dropped off a cliff by you and Fabulous.
Right. Just gonna bring up the fact that Ty and Fabulous and Dinoco, etc. were not there among the group of... They're not getting Nathan Fillion back. No way. They weren't with the group of cars that they were protecting from Aiden. By the way, regarding that, no one's gonna ask. But in case you were wondering, in Cars Adventures, why Mater's sister isn't with the group of cars that are being protected from Aiden, Mater doesn't like her.
At that point in time.
Right, like...
It doesn't really...
I'm glad. I knew it would be a continuity error, and I could easily have just thrown into one of these upcoming episodes I haven't done yet, like, oh yeah, Mater's sister's there too, right? But... I could very well just say, Mater doesn't like her. Not that he would want her to... Not that he would want her to be dead. but I think she's safe, and I don't think there's a way to tie her, like, legally. I don't think there's a way to tie her back to Mater. I don't know if Aiden has that information at his disposal, because Mater's clearly distanced himself very far from her.
Well, now we get to what you were just earlier talking about. You, Fabulous, and Dinoco, and I think those are the only YouTubers left. Why weren't you in this season?
They were gonna be, but Fabulous is in the middle of a repaint that I never finished.
Okay, but you should maybe reference them at some point.
They may show up. They were there, and I guess Brad or Bradley, whatever his name was, Wingo and DJ's nephews were there, and yeah. Well, there were a lot of characters that weren't there. You'll notice in the first episode, with the meeting of the leaders.
Yeah, well, you don't have to put everybody who is supposed to be there.
Exactly, and I didn't.
Several cars. You also reference several Dikers that you don't even own that were also there.
Yeah, because they had to be. I forgot to put Bob and Daryl in there, and I
literally just say that they were there, just not in. They were just not.
Yeah, exactly.
Visible.
I forgot to put Bob and Daryl there, so I just mentioned later on in the episode that they had already been taken, because the point of that episode was that everyone was disappearing.
Yeah, well, a lot of cars we just never saw on screen, but they were there. Even if you don't own them or they don't exist.
And even if I did own them, there are characters that were MIA for the entire episode. Like, I think Jeff never shows up, and I think, like, the first line of the episode is Brick asking, like, where is he? But...
It's just, like, a lot of the characters that are there, but you just don't see them.
Yeah.
It's just easy, because it would basically have to be the same army that was at Red Line there.
Minus the veterans. The Cars 3 veterans not being there were...
Well, not literally the same army, but like the same type of character that would be the Red Line army that would also just be there.
The mayor's legal name, not Tommy Ramirez. Unfortunately not. But there are several characters. The veterans was a conscious choice to not put them there because Aiden has nothing to do with them aside from Cal and Bobby and Brick and the ones that we know are friends with McQueen. I've gotten comments before a while back. I asked people like what characters in Cars Adventures would you like to see more of, and the overwhelming answer was the veterans.
I don't really mind the veterans. Like,
there's nothing for them to do.
I don't remember any point where I used any other veteran outside of Bobby, Brick, and wait, did I outside of Bobby and Cal? I don't even know if I've used Brick at any point.
Bobby and Cal are Lightning's friends.
I used him once.
Bobby and Cal are Lightning's friends. Clearly, he knew Brick.
I think also. Yeah, I think Bobby and Cal are like the only veterans I used in Cars Universe. I've not even shown any of the other ones.
Yeah. Brick, I put in Cars Adventures occasionally. And then Brick almost wasn't in Ty's Cars 4, because he really is not significant. Like, people will pair the three of them together, but they really... We don't know how far... Clearly, he was more so friends with Bobby and Brick. It seems he was more so acquaintances with Brick. Sorry, he was more friends with Bobby and Cal.
Yeah, well, to be fair, in Cars 3, out of the three guys, like... Bobby and Cal are the ones that Lightning actually talks most with.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he doesn't talk with
no
Brick.
Speaking like Brick has is when he gets fired.
Yeah, but...
And it was indicated that he was part of the group.
Guido's voice actor is the same. It's still Guido Coroni. Same actor. Everyone's actors were the same. No one was recast from what I could figure out. A redub, then it's not. Well, yeah, but...
Honestly,
I wasn't.
Honestly, Chicken Chef, I get what you mean. Like, I also had like a feeling when Guido was talking that he was sounding at least different. I don't know.
His voice was a little deeper. His voice was a little bit deeper.
His voice didn't sound normal indeed. But on the other hand, when have we heard Guido? We haven't heard Guido talk all that much.
Usually though, when Guido is speaking in Italian, he does speak a little higher pitch than he did here. I think we're being thrown off because he's speaking in... Guido has a deeper pitched voice when he's speaking English, and not when he's speaking Italian. But here he had the deeper voice when he was speaking Italian. I think that's where we're getting thrown off.
Yeah, well, it was still the same actor thing.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He was speaking Italian. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, for Cars Adventures, I chose not to. And the veterans aren't really relevant. In Cars Adventures, the Next Gens are a group. because you had the alliances regarding racing, right? They were a group that went
Yeah,
together.
of course, you still have a couple next gens that just never joined
Exactly.
because they weren't there yet. Like I'm still waiting for when
George
one
Newman.
one of the new next gens joins and doesn't know that the race war thing is over.
Yeah, that's a funny idea. I like that idea.
Fight or something.
But the veterans in Cars Adventures, they're just off doing whatever. Occasionally, I'll use one or two. You saw Claude Scruggs and Todd Marcus in the Christmas audition episode. We know what Hollengas is doing. He's hosting occasionally that local racing series. We know Greg Candyman hosts his own racing series for veterans, which is when you primarily see the veterans. We know Rev Rotages got stuck in a ditch.
Oh, he got out of there. Don't worry.
Right, but maybe he's stuck in another one. We know Reb Meeker.
He's like, or maybe he's like, or maybe no Rev. Like what he should do is like, is every ditch he finds, he's searching for ditches to fill up so nobody gets stuck in it or something.
He's become a hero.
Yeah, he started the anti-ditch war.
Guys, the budget wasn't like sky high. It's a TV show. You can't have everyone talk, unfortunately.
Well, actually, like Mac is a townie. He lives in Radiator Springs.
Does he live in? Does he? I guess.
Every time we're in Radiator Springs,
Mac is there.
Basically every single moment in the franchise we've seen since the first Cars movie, Mac is in Radiator Springs.
That's what I've done. That's like what I've done in Cars Adventures. I feel like I think he lives there, but he just isn't there often. Like he's not like one of the townies. He's
Well, he's not as much as the others, but he is sort of a townie.
Yeah, exactly. He's a townie in the sense that he lives in Radiator Springs.
Yep.
No, Cruz is not a townie.
Like Cruz is clearly not a townie, as you could see here in these final episodes. They didn't see each other during the off season much.
Of course, what I like about On the Road is that it leaves an open ending to Cars 3 still, which is going to be something that I think is going to upset some people, but I like that. I like that it doesn't answer really many questions from after Cars 3.
Yeah, well,
so if you still want to say Cruz lives in the town and she's just been gone for the off season, then you could say that, you know? If you want to say Lightning is still racing, you could say that.
Cruz not living in Radiator Springs in your series.
Exactly.
When she turned good again, so in that case, that also kind of lines up.
It's funny how well some of what I came up with for Cars Adventures lined up with the reality here. Of course, Cruz didn't become an evil dictator, but we had similar ideas.
It still makes sense here because Cruz, like, after she turns good again, she could like be focusing on all these things that she's focusing on here.
And she is. Cruz became a therapist, and the first thing we see of Cruz in Cars Adventures in Lap 2 is that she's in therapy. Mateo.
No, Cruz is related to the one that Mato married to.
Mateo, and that's the joke, is that Mateo sounds like Mater. Also, Mater and Mater's sister don't look very alike. Two cars don't have to be the same type of car model to be related. Also, Mateo is Cruz's cousin, so it's not even blood relation, really.
I also would assume that Mater and his sister are still the same brand of model.
Yeah. Mateo is my favorite character in this series. Thank you, and I need his diecast immediately. Thank you.
Also, what do you? I just came up with a random theory about Mater's cousins.
They could have been there.
Mater's like all rusty, and his sister like really rich in his house where they grew.
Maybe the cousins left with Mater.
You know, and my theory is that with the cousins, that they actually the Mater left there, and then his cousins basically like they didn't follow him, but when they visited him, like they became all inspired by Mater. That's why they are also rusty.
I think it could have been the opposite.
And did he follow his cousins?
There was no confirmation that Lightning was still racing. That was never stated. He tells Cruz we're both racers, but that it doesn't say he's still racing. He is a racer.
Doc was also still a racer. He wasn't really racing
anymore. If you are an actor who's not in movies anymore, you're still an actor. It's still his profession. Yeah. I love that shot of McQueen and Mac just watching like history of dinosaurs all day. I thought that was so funny. We got a cutaway joke in Cars. Hey, remember that? Hey, Lois, remember that time that Lightning McQueen was watching dinosaurs?
Well, yeah, it's I like that part as well. It was just fun.
Because what else? What else is Lightning doing all day in Mac? I thought it was a little out of character at first. I was also gonna say at first, I didn't really like McQueen and Mater's argument in the Road Warriors episode, but it makes sense. You know, friends fight all the time, and that's a lesson Lightning learns in Cars too. And I like that he's able to get over it. Because if you have an argument with a friend and you're
feel
both
like
really
the
good friends, you could
argument
typically make that
that
pretty fast.
became bad, and then what he told the all the other cars there, that's basically that was basically the lesson from Cars 2, so it's kind of like a Cars 2 reference.
It's not a Cars 2 reference, but it is just sort of a similar theme. And I like that we had an episode where they had an argument. I think that's just realistic. That's the friends fight, even
Yeah,
best
they
friends.
still like they talk about it. They just like become nice after that. Basically, although it's maybe not a direct Cars 2 reference, it basically does show that what Cars 2 told about friends arguing that they
Yeah.
still keep that.
Well,
concept.
aside from reused models, there aren't really references to the Cars movies, aside from Mater saying "I am Speed."
Yeah, there's not too many references. Like,
But there is
Car
the
Models was referenced enough, in my opinion. That was just good.
Alien Mama in B movie cameos as a prop. Mama UFO,
Oh yeah, she showed up there.
Alien Mama. Can we get that on a T-shirt
Much smaller, of course, but
as a little prop? That's just nice continuity.
also, I have seen. I believe there are 3 Todd cameos total.
I saw 3 Todds. We'll see if there are more.
You got of course the one from the music video.
He's a prop. Did you see the prop?
Yeah, the prop. I'll get to that. That was the second Todd I spotted, and the third one that I didn't spot but I saw in pictures was the one in.
Is the gremlin
Salt Fest.
is the gremlin clown one of the lemons or not? I assume you're joking in saying that. I hope so, because I mean
Oh, the blue
No.
guy in the road. I keep calling
Road
him
Warriors.
for some reason.
Well, that
episode,
that was the original
was
name.
Also a Hugo.
He was. You're right.
There were other lemons in there as well, I believe.
Plug my phone in, so we got a little. Oh, I'm being shot at. He's shooting at me. What's? Good thing this guy's aim. Good thing this guy's aim sucks. He didn't even hit me. I had to plug my phone in, and I look back to my screen, dude. He. Oh no! Wait, Here's Indiana Jones. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. 1v1 me. Come on. There we go. I'm at 98 health after that. That's how bad this guy was. That's how bad his aim was. My health is at 98 right now. Literally what? That is a reference to Cars. Good job. It's almost like I'm a Cars channel. You wouldn't be. No! What? How? Oh, with a grenade. That's how. Dang. Is that the.
I don't.
Dude, what? Oh, I think he's the Prowler.
I don't think Ivy used the. Do you think that Ivy was male in the concept? Because that's what it said in the chat, but I don't think that was intended at all.
No. Where did we get the impression that Ivy was a guy? You could tell that Ivy's female. The earliest art we have of Ivy is female, you could see.
Yeah.
Mater's soul opens as yes, we talked about this earlier before you came here. That was funny.
Well, like I said, that's just yet another indication that this shows like warped the entire reality of the Cars world.
But that's fun because that scene didn't really happen. It's like when Doctor Strange gets knocked out of his body.
Yeah,
But-
I think that's close because it's also slow motion, and of course we're really fast, so you see them moving a little bit.
Open your mind.
Also,
Can we get a scene where Mater goes to the mirror dimension?
Also, is it just worth noting that Mater went faster than the speed of sound using a few metal plates and some bolts and a couple rockets put on it.
Yeah. Why is it?
Cars, like, they say that records are broken, so like I assume it's only a record for like a specific type of cars because I don't see how you break records of like
Works because it's not a main entry of the franchise. You're Rashid, you gotta say that in your review. That's a perfect point. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now being joined by the artist formerly known as Drift King Reviewer, who's now thrown himself into the sea of Lego channels. I wish you good luck, my friend. I wish you luck in your travels. And I will once again remind you that Lego gets like mad at people who use their name and their channel names. It's just a warning. I told you that earlier. Just saying. I've seen many a Lego channel over the years be forced by Lego to change their names. House of Lego is a cool name though. That's if you don't know, that's Drift King. That's his new account. Does that mean we don't get Carman 2? I was looking forward to that. Is this guy's still alive? Good on him. Who's he fighting? Oh, one of the Foundation guys. DC released a new trailer for the Black Adam movie. It actually looks kind of cool now. Forced me to change my name. Yeah, exactly.
For once, I'm actually considering watching Black Adam. I don't think I will, but I'm considering it.
And it's not because I don't. And it's not because I have the same birthday as The Rock, which I do. Minus about 30-something years. 32 years. Around there. I don't know. Don't do the math for that. Yeah, 32. I think 32. But Black Adam was not something I was looking forward to. I can't take The Rock seriously. And this has been a problem with me since before, like, The Rock became big in meme culture. Returning your last video. Oh, okay. I got a problem. I can't take The Rock seriously. As a supervillain, I can't take him seriously. I have a whole problem with DC's movies just not giving us many superheroes. Fortnite, stop giving me news. That's just how to play the game. That's not news. Anyway, Black Adam, I will only see it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I will only see it for Dr. Fate and Hawkman. The fact that we got Dr. Fate and Hawkman.
Now, I don't know much about DC characters, but I'm actually just considering watching it because the trailers make me kind of excited.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't think I will watch it.
I didn't care much for the early trailers. Black Adam's a character I don't have interest in. Like there's no point in giving him a movie. Fight me.
No, his brains didn't fall out.
There's nothing in there. There was just darkness. It's just a car in there.
Well, his brain was basically in his ghost form, right? That was basically his brain.
Exactly. But really, I forget. Right. Black Adam doesn't deserve his own movie, and they've been pushing him really hard in other media just because of that. And like, it's a cool character, sure, I guess. I'd rather watch the Shazam sequel. Warner Brothers, after canceling everything, lost so much money that they had to push back the Shazam sequel into next year because they no longer had the funds to market it. That's how bad they've been doing.
Well, clearly. Well, they also don't have the Disney. Just maybe Disney should buy them. That way we can get DC Marvel crossovers.
I don't know how good of an idea that.
It's been done in the comics.
It has been. I mean, Black Adam will be cool. I'm only excited for Black Adam because of the fact that we're getting Hawkman and Dr. Fate, who are like they're lesser known superheroes, but it's cool to get them. We got Pierce Brosnan, former James Bond Pierce Brosnan, as Dr. Fate. That's pretty cool. I like Dr. Fate. I think he's just a character with a cool design. I'm not familiar with him aside from in Injustice, which is DC's fighting game. He's one of my favorite characters to play as. But I had to draw him for something I was doing a few weeks ago, and I just couldn't find a good image of his helmet for some reason, so I was like, okay, well, let me check the movie version. The movie version doesn't have eyes on his helmet, and I'm mad. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you're getting Dr. Fate in the movie, it looks just like the comic version. No, he doesn't have eyes anymore on the helmet. Which makes sense, because, like, the whole point is, I guess he's magic, so he could see without the helmet, right? But, like, that was kind of dumb.
Yeah. Also, Chicken Chef, like that better relationship. You mean like he's talking about a friendship, guys.
I haven't been reading the chat. What's going on?
Cruz and Lightning have a better relationship. We just don't see him and Lightning and Sally together as much in more recent content.
Well, we do. Sally's his like emotional backbone. Don't go out here trying to ship Lightning and Cruz.
We saw that in Cars 3, also kind of in Cars 2 a little bit.
And in this even.
Very supportive. That's exactly like how a strong relationship like they have works.
You could tell. What I like about Sally and Lightning, I know we don't know that they're married, and they probably aren't. But you could just tell that they have just a long-standing relationship where there's just a mutual respect for each other, and they're happy with each other, and they understand each other.
They support each other just like anybody in a relationship.
And I like how they do it without being like forcefully like romantic. I don't have a problem with like romantic subplots or anything, but in the Cars sequels, it works.
The most realistic romantic relationship in cinema.
I wouldn't go so far as to say in cinema, but definitely.
Well,
I mean, obviously
it's most realistic for a relationship you can get.
What about Anakin and Padme? That was pretty realistic. Come on.
In a way.
I'm kidding. That's.
It was realistic, just not in the same, but just in a different realistic.
If Lightning tells Sally, "I don't like sand,"
from Sally and Lightning.
Well, yeah. Every relationship starts with you talking about how you hate sand. Obviously. It's coarse and rough and irritating. It gets ever. In my freshman year of high school, I had to write a slideshow for Spanish class. I'll get back to that. I like Cruz. I like Cruz and On the Road more than I like Cruz in Cars 3. I think she was done really well. I like the concept of her trying all these things. I thought it was funny, and it also works with Cruz being a super motivated character and all that, like we see in Cars 3. So in freshman year... Yeah. In freshman year of high school, I had to do a slideshow for Spanish class where I had to talk about myself and 3 things I like, 3 things I don't like. And I'm talking with my friend who sat next to me, and I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if we translate "I don't like sand" into Spanish? And he writes it on his paper, and the teacher is like cracking up. I was so upset that I didn't do it first. So what I did, I was just remembering this the other day because it came back to like haunt me. What I did instead, I wrote, "I don't like bad movies," and I put the poster of Attack of the Clones there. I think I messed up. My warthog is glowing! Dear whoever makes the next tie out of context conversation, my warthog is glowing, should be on it. The Fortnite streams are just like a secret treasure trove of me saying strange things. If you find like one of the streams where I'm playing as Harley Quinn, aka every stream before this when I had other characters, the amount of times I yell, "Run, clown woman, run!" That's...
it's really unfortunate the Pistol 11 is where this one, since he hasn't seen On the Road yet, or else he would probably remember, keep this in mind.
Well, Rashid will remember it when he does his next. You better, Rashid, if you're still in the chat. There he is. I already have clips for part 4. I haven't even uploaded part 3. I'm on it. The thing with the way you formatted your second one, I'm going to have to re-edit it a little.
Part 4, Rashid. Put this in part 4.
Put Robin saying, put this in part 4 into part 4.
That too, but at a different point in the video, of course.
Yeah. Rashid sent me part 3, and I haven't uploaded it yet, but what I'm going to do, and I told him this, and I did it for his first segment, he goes in order of the videos, and we'll just put them together. So I'm going to scramble them a bit, because if you're watching it in the order that he put it in, then you do get a bit of the context. So I did this for the first one, and he knows this, and he knows I'm going to do it again, so it's all good. But he basically, compiles the clips, and I'm going to scramble them so that they're not in order anymore. So he does them in order of the video, because that's just far easier to edit, and it's not as much of a hassle. And I don't have a problem with him doing it like that, but I come in, and I scramble the footage, so that it's now out of order, and it's random, and you have different things at different points. But,
where did he say that with the bumpy road again?
I think the sister's wedding speech. I don't remember. If I
It was somewhere around the. I believe it. I know that was in episode 9 at least.
if I take a ride on my Dragon Ball Cloud, no, my warthog. Oh, at the beginning. That's a lot of meter. Oh, okay. These are just like we could do a whole compilation, epic gamer moments, and just be me saying strange things in Fortnite.
I'm not gonna make the compilation. I'm just so you know.
Good, don't, please don't. Nobody make that. I don't want that. That's a terrible concept for a video. No one would watch it.
You know that Resh is gonna do it now.
No, he's not. I asked him to do it before, I think, and he said he wouldn't. So it's all good. There's also, I thought it would be a funny compilation if I do a compilation of just me talking about things that have nothing to do with cars for 10 minutes. I'm not making that. Oh, yo, I hit a guy with. Did he go all the way there? For part 4, what did I miss? Good. You saved the clip. Thank you. I hit a guy with my truck.
Wait, which one of the clips? The one we were talking about first, or the one?
The whole thing. The whole thing. I think he means the whole thing.
Or if you just gotten both.
Well, you could come back in later. Like, the stream will be archived, so it's all good. You could still find it.
You didn't really miss much.
No, we were just talking about how cool I am and why I'm the best person on the planet, and how I'm going to open up my own fast food place called Mr. Thai Burger, because I'm such a good YouTuber. Yeah, well, no, I could do that. I don't have an issue with you not scrambling it. If it's easier for you, you know, I could do it myself. But like just rewatching like the segments that you sent me, you get a little bit too much context in my opinion. So I'll scramble it, but yeah, I can do that myself. It's all good. What is this? It looks like one of the things from Fortnite.
You think?
I think so. Maybe. Sure? It might be. What is this? Is this a hand? This is just a giant. Oh no, I thought it was a statue of a hand. It's a little monk guy.
Probably has something to do with whatever storyline you're doing in Fortnite now. I don't know.
I don't pay attention to the Fortnite storyline. I just pay attention to the. I don't know what I pay attention to. I'm just here for the crossovers. That's why I got Fortnite. They're putting in Freddy Krueger in October.
Oh, Rashid, it is Marsh.
Is that Earth from Fortnite? They're putting in Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger with a gun. They're putting in Lady Gaga next week. With a gun. I think she has a music video where she has a gun, so it's okay. She's like shooting down aliens? I don't know. They actually referenced that on the road in the Alien Zombie episode. No. This is a fish with a face.
So honestly, now I want to have a car spin-off movie that is basically what the Zombies movie would have become.
That was probably my favorite episode, but I didn't like the ending with Ivy. I thought that was a little forced. Like, it was funny.
I want to know what that movie, like, it got canceled at the end, but like, I want to know what that movie was. That should be the next Cars movie.
Like how they did Lightyear.
Yeah. And then, of course, they need to have Lightning and Mater starring with Mater and his president's speech, despite the fact that they never recorded that, but still.
Well, no. The thing would be that it's not. Lightning just has this one line. You need to stay consistent with how it's portrayed. You know, you can't have Lightning and Mater all over the marketing because Lightning is Deputy Hauser and Mater is the president, and that's it. And you have the other characters that Mater was gonna play. You put them. You have different cars play their roles.
Yeah, well, Mater did a pretty good job at them.
Let's talk what our most wanted diecasts from this show are, because I'm sure we'll get more this month. I'm sure we'll continue to get more. Obviously, we need a 2-pack of Mato and Mateo.
Yeah. Honestly.
Also, I really like how Mato is blue, like Mater.
Which one I would want most as a dyke is actually a really difficult one because there's just so many good ones.
Captain Longleggy, who they can't make. He's so big. He has very long leggies.
They've been able to do Master Destruction before. They're gonna do it again somehow.
I think they'll just shoot him into a multi-pack. I want 2-pack of Deputy McQueen and President Mater. We need the Roscoe reskin from that also. Here's with the
If I think about it, I think that Deputy McQueen is the one I want the most because when I was watching it, even the first time I saw it, I was like, I want that as a die because I think that's the one I want the most.
Yes, thank you. My least favorite is probably Dinosaur Park. I wasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. My least favorite was probably the B movie.
B movie was probably one of my favorites.
All of the episodes are pretty cool, but that one's for some reason just my least favorite.
Trucks has the least substance to it. Also, I like to believe that Trucks is a reference to that cancer spinoff.
A lot of people have the Trucks as their least favorite, but I honestly don't mind it.
It's all a musical number.
Up on the list is the fact that the garbage truck from Mage Private Eye, or at least that model, is in that episode. So that only brings it up like at least one spot.
We're in the chop shop right now. I think they cut wood here. Hello. Oh my gosh. It's a Canadian. Was that offensive? I'm sorry, Canada. Oh, he has a gun now. No! Shoot him.
Did you hit him first or did he hit you?
I hit him first. Don't tell anyone. He's an NPC though. It's all good. I'm gonna waste my Kamehameha on him.
One who hits him first.
I really just wasted the Kamehameha on... Oh no, he's still alive!
What the heck?
No! I was eliminated by Kyle. Kyle from Canada. No! This is not...
I agree, Rashi. The trucks from the song, it was just fun.
This was not...
Start singing, so Rashi, stop singing now.
This is... Yeah, we're not doing chat singing again.
Singing thing is kind of annoying.
This is not how I thought this day was gonna go. But, I mean, I kind of wish the truck song was a little bit catchier. Fortnite! This is not news! This is game controls!
Fortnite.
We're getting close to Vader.
I'm gonna start looking for like somebody who just put the truck song only and left the rest of the episode out on YouTube, and I'm gonna put that in my songs playlist.
Workout mix. Trucks.
Well, it's gonna go right behind all of the Green Day stuff, so it's like completely different.
It's Green Day and then the truck song. That's amazing.
Yeah, honestly, I think like the one that comes last currently in the list is Homecoming, and no, not Homecoming. It's the what's her name? That's the last one currently in the list. I listened to that, and then next up is Trucks.
I'm gonna break into my sister's Spotify account. I'm gonna get like whatever Taylor Swift playlist she probably has, and I'm gonna replace it with like a low quality MP4 if it's a truck thing.
I hope she doesn't watch this stream.
I hope she doesn't watch the show. It would spoil it. I'm gonna get a text from her one day just saying, hey, why is there a song sung by a bunch of cars after Speak Now?
Wait, does it have the music? Are you gonna do it with the music video?
Can you do it on Spotify? I don't know. Well, I'll be right back. She's not.
If you can do it with then yeah, I think you would get the question. If you can't do it with, then I'm not sure if she would be able to tell that it's a car song. Oh, maybe.
I'd like to apologize to her in advance if she ever watches this live stream. But what we're gonna do.
You've already revealed like two pranks you're gonna do.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so you do the turn thing, and then you're gonna put the dinosaur on its normal spot, right?
I'm seeing her tomorrow. It was her birthday the other day, so just gotta remember not to tell her this.
Oh, gotta remember not to tell her what.
That I did this. It's okay. She doesn't watch my videos when I'm here.
Okay, that we're fine.
I once got into her physical CD copy of Tick Tick Boom, and I wrote TikTok Bomb on the cover. I think my dad actually really likes that movie that came out last year. It was on Netflix with Andrew Garfield. It's pretty good. But I meant to I was my dad once accidentally called it that. So one day I stole it from a room and I brought it back with an index card over it that said TikTok Bomb. And it's on. She has a bulletin board. That's actually behind me right now. I take it off when I'm filming. But it's behind me right now, and she has a little pin of Spider-Man on it. And to this day, it's still attached to the TikTok Bomb index card.
Hopefully it was a good joke.
I guess it was funny enough for her to keep it.
Okay, guys, stop saying trucks in chat. At this point, it's just spamming.
Do we have any albums with vehicles on them that we could vandalize? Does she have any?
When is the next time she's even gonna look at that? Just
I
want to know.
I don't know if there is a next time.
Guys, I know it's the lyrics, but it's just kind of annoying. We're trying to have a normal talk here.
I mean, we could also replace her CDs with my DS copy of Cars 2, the video game.
Okay, but how soon is she gonna find out that...
She will not be home until, like, October 12th.
Okay, but will she immediately look at them or be able to see it, or is it just gonna be the back of the CD and until she gets it out then it's finished?
It's in her, it's in the front cover. It's in the corner of her room.
Okay, let's just hope that your sister is not watching this stream right now, because then you're so like caught on camera.
I hope she has classes right now. I don't know what her schedule is.
No.
Yeah, guys, we're not spamming.
It's not funny if you try to be annoying to me. Okay, please stop.
We're not spamming trucks anymore, guys. I'm trying to find any album with actual vehicles on the cover, because that would make more sense to vandalize than her than her Taylor's version of Fearless. What do we have down here? It's a lot of Taylor Swift, I'll give you that.
Please stop.
Guys, stop with the trucks. We're not.
Hey, Cars.
Welcome, Cars Ignite. I don't see any vehicles aside from the Born This Way, the 10th anniversary edition.
Well, that'll have to do.
That's a motorcycle.
It's still a vehicle.
It's still a vehicle. It's the Born This Way 10th anniversary edition thing. Okay, well, that's the closest we have to a car.
Yeah.
Well, we already wrote it's a truck thing on what we need to create fake album art and shove it into one of them.
This is kind of dumb.
We have there's a radio right on my floor. You want to start blasting The Edge of Glory until we get
No.
demonetized.
Just don't do it.
My math teacher would play that every morning. Long story.
Okay, don't think we need to hear it right now.
He would play music every single morning for us.
Well, at least he makes it unenjoyable.
As long as we're here, because I had to get out my albums for this. It's the DS version of Race-O-Rama.
Also, that just reminds me. I recently got the Mater National game. I don't have anything to play it on, but I got it.
I don't really like Ivy. I thought she was a little underdeveloped.
Well, honestly, Ivy kind of reminded me of Cruz a bit.
Oh, cool. See, the joke is that we said to stop doing something, so you continue to do it. All right. Well, we're keeping.
I'm not a mod. I can't do anything.
We're keeping it's a truck thing. And that's not even what I thought it was. I thought it was Get Chick Hicks. We're keeping it's a truck thing and Fearless until somebody notices. I bought these at a thrift store, so they don't have the actual stuff in them. They just have health and safety precautions booklet. And that is actually... I have not sung... Oh! Hey! I haven't sung Rad Diecasts on stream, actually. But I could dance to it in Fortnite. We're gonna spend the rest of this stream reading the DS health and safety precautions booklet.
Wait, get back.
Get ready!
I was gonna try to read the French part.
Here we go!
I was gonna try to read the French part.
Can you read French?
Well, I had like a few, I had like 3 years of French. I don't know. Manuel de précaution concernant la santé et sécurité. Wait, is it French or Spanish?
That's a good question. You know who does know French?
I think the second one is Spanish, right?
Typically, yeah. You know who does know French?
Who?
Cruz.
Oh, right. Wait, she was still learning.
She's still learning. Okay,
I speak, I had 3 years worth of French classes. I forgot 90% of what I learned, but yeah.
Look
So
at
5 years worth of German classes, I still forgot 90% of what I learned.
What? Why is this in here?
Is it Daredevil McQueen?
That's Daredevil
Wait,
McQueen.
which one was Daredevil McQueen again?
Mater the Greater.
Yeah, then that's Daredevil McQueen.
That's weird. Okay.
I really wish I had something to play my Cars video games on, but yeah, I had.
What console was it for?
Whoa!
Whoa! Drop something.
I of course got the first video game that is just for PC and Mac, but then
Okay.
my Mac is like what, something is like the wrong thing that
Mac.
or something.
Mac.
The second one was only for PC, and I don't want PC.
I'll be right back again. I gotta put this Cars DS games back.
Yeah, it was like something Tokyo Mater stuff in the Race-O-Rama, right?
What?
I was talking. Rashid was mentioning Mater stuff still in Race-O-Rama.
Yes, Mater. I think there's a Mater the Greater and now Mater or mini game. Sorry, I was just hoping that we'd find an album with a truck on it. And right, it's a truck thing.
He's here. Rashid, he's here. You're caught on camera.
That's annoying. That's disappointing. I was hoping I'd find one with a vehicle. That would be funnier.
Rashid, could you stop spamming, please?
Oh no, he's spamming. Whoa, that's...
Can you like maybe do something about that?
Hold on, he's almost done writing It's a Truck Thing. Way to make that episode no longer funny.
Yeah, well, Rashid, you just ruined an episode of Cars on the Road for like
No, it's fine. Um, and it will stay that way without being finished. We'll never know. It's a truck what? We'll never know. Unless you watch Cars on the Road, streaming now on Disney Plus.
It's a truck. That's enough.
It's a truck.
All of it is a truck.
That's the thing Admiral Akbar says in Star Wars, right? It's a truck thing is too good for you.
It's a truck.
Honestly, the beginning of the song is very is kind of.
It's kind of like a weird like. Now I'm questioning how did the truck even get it to the point where they just did all the, did they blend it together or was it just like a.
Do you think they just do? I think they just do that every day.
Or perhaps maybe because Mater was constantly honking at them, they just like got together and prepared that for him.
Exactly. They got so annoyed that they fully choreographed a musical number.
Well,
That's what I do. Whenever I get upset, I just fully choreograph dance. That's what I do. I guess we're not gaming anymore. Because I had to do a diversion to shove the words "It's a Truck" thing into my sister's Taylor Swift albums.
just like how like and how's do you think that when she gets back she'll immediately see it or is she gonna be like
Well, it's sitting on top because the little thing she has them in doesn't have space anymore. So that one's sitting on top, so she should see it. I put it in a place where she could see it. Oh no, don't worry, we're going straight back to Epic Gaming. I can't not Epic Game. It's in my DNA to Epic Game. What time is it? How long have I been streaming for 96 minutes?
yeah, so yeah, it's currently 20:30 p.m. where I live, so
Yeah.
we're tracked 6 hours from then you got your time.
Well, it's 2:32 where I am, so it's 11:32. Yeah, because you said 23, so it's 11. At least we learned that it's a truck thing. When editing the iceberg, I was looking for creepy images of Mater, and I found a terrifying Photoshop of Mater, but his
Gamer,
eyes,
stop. Darth Gamer, stop, please.
but of Mater, but his eyes and mouth were Which Mark says I worked for the first time while waiting for season 2 of On the Road. We don't even know if that's happening. You're gonna be waiting a very long time. I was looking for images of Mater, and I found this terrifying image where somebody photoshopped Mater, but his eyes and mouth are Taylor Swift.
Oh, man.
Which seems like something I would make. Which seems like something I would make.
You got a strange obsession with Taylor Swift. You should probably go to a therapist about that.
My sister likes Taylor Swift, and I think it's funny. Again, it all stemmed from the fact that behind me, I can't show it. I'll probably put it on my community tab. Behind where I store a bunch of my cars, because I store them in my sister's room, are just a bunch of books about Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift albums, and above that is a Taylor Swift poster. So, to me, a part of my collection is forever mentally linked with Taylor Swift. I think there's one album where she's in a car on the cover, but like you can't really see the car. And it's still not a truck.
That's disappointing. That's disappointing. Why not show the car on? If why don't show the outside of the car? That's the most important part.
What car is she in? How do I even know she's in the car? I don't know.
What's the point? What's the point in putting someone inside a car if you're not going to show the car? The car is the most important part of that.
Well, I can show you. It's a convertible. I can show you. We can see whether or not she's in a car.
Let me see. I hope I can still recognize what car it is. Or something.
Is she in a car?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Glad we worked
But they
out.
don't show the car. It's just such the album is already a failure just because they don't show the full car.
It's a remake of an older album, and the older album doesn't have the car on the cover, so the car was new.
So, Rashid, is that surprise the thing that we just heard the sound thing from Discord from on the street?
Did we just... No, he just changed his profile picture to the word truck.
Well, that's more acceptable. Okay.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna have 80 messages from Rashid that are just the words truck repeated again and again and again. There's a problem, guys. You guys, and by you guys I mean Rashid, you try a little too hard to make the next Monster Mutt Poodle. To make the next Kevin falls off a cliff. To make the next the next Hot Rod Steve Urkel. You must learn that good running jokes come naturally and aren't overdone at the beginning. That's the thing. If you overdo it early on, then it immediately becomes annoying instead of funny. You got to be clever. You got to be clever with how you pace it. Arbeniber, that too. Arbeniber, I didn't mention Arbeniber for about 2 years after I first mentioned it. And then it came up again. Or Cal is Lonely. If I put Cal is Lonely in Cars Adventures, people would get sick of that so fast. If I put it in every episode.
Yeah, it's like Cal is Lonely. You even like didn't do it for like a long while, and then
There was a very long time where I didn't.
Lonely compilation, you brought it back.
Yeah, Cal is Lonely kind of got retired. I think the most recent reference was in this season. It's when Cal says he made Cal is Lonely Nightcore. I was thinking just this morning, I want to do, just as a joke, a series of Cal is Lonely remixes.
And there goes the rock. Wait, that is so funny. Wait, is that car on fire? Because
I accidentally hit it with the boulder, if that's what you're asking.
How,
Should we get in?
okay.
Huh, I'm not on fire. Yeah. Oh! No! And I'm getting shot at? Okay. This is not how I... And there's a... No! Okay, hold on, I'm gonna ride it. No.
Oh, yeah, you're dead. You're dead.
No, I'm not, because I got on the back of it.
Come on, get out now.
Hold on. I'm not going out, I'm going back in, because some guy's shooting at me. I just realized I had healing stuff. Hold on.
You're in the middle of the open.
I am. But also the whole area around me is on fire, so no one's going to want to come near me. Oh, I could still heal.
Yeah, well,
You must resist the urge.
no, Chicken Chef, it's not a mech, it's a ghost.
No, not the Mac. I think that's a reference to the H.J. Hollis Mac. That's sort of a recent running joke. So if you look at my channel now, there aren't that many recent running jokes. And I think that comes from me streaming less. But, like, name one joke from my... Ramon Green is the closest, is probably the most recent running joke on my channel.
Yeah, you still have more running jokes than me. Oh, my running jokes aren't on YouTube, let's just say that.
Oh, the Black Panther mech looked like it could be Steve's mech, yeah. That would be the worst Cars Adventures episode. It would be kind of funny. All the cars getting mechs.
We don't need not the mechs that all the cars getting mechs. I think this goes a little too far.
No, it does. I'm not doing it.
If somebody really wants to do it, they should become their own series.
Yeah, Fortnite about to get down. Number 1 on the board right now. Just wiped out tomato. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got the DS version of Mater National and Razorama. My mom was at a thrift store one day and she saw them and she got them. They are very different. I've barely played them. I was gonna do like a let's play on them, but I did not.
Yeah, I really wish I could play those video games again. The ones that I own, but yeah.
Oh, you're gonna...
You can play them using an emulator, right?
You can, yeah. Probably.
And then whenever I get my next computer, which is my trashy MacBook that I have now, I'm probably gonna like maybe look into that if I can do that.
Yeah, Rashid, you're gonna do a piano cover of "It's a Truck" thing, are you? That's okay, cool. It's a very long song.
That is, honestly, that is actually like a fun idea. I want to see that.
We could-
the piano version of truck thing. That actually sounds like kind of cool.
We could finally replace the intro music to Errors and Inconsistencies.
Oh, why not? It's not copyrighted if it's made by Rashid.
YouTube claims it's somehow YouTube hasn't come after me because the Errors and Inconsistencies intro is Bad Diecast, right, which is a parody. But since it's an instrumental version of a parody, you can't tell that it's a parody, and it just sounds like an instrumental version of the real thing.
The algorithm will see it just as sounding different because it's played by different instruments.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, there's still 40 people left. That's a people. That's a people!
Yep.
I was killed by a unicorn. I was
Reduced to atoms.
gone.
I'm saying atoms and not Adams.
Adam. You reduced him to several men named Adam? Man, not again.
Adams. I'm not sure which one I'm not being. If being Adams from like what Thanos said or Adams from like the name Adam.
There's no difference in how they're said.
That's a stupid thing from you English-speaking people. You confuse all these things all the time.
Oh no, the English language kind of is awful. Like, okay, the English language, there are like 64 definitions of the word set.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't probably be saying too much because we Dutch also have certain words the same that you in English got different, so not as much.
But like English, come up with new words.
Yep.
This has been a strange stream. We've gamed, we've vandalized my sister's music collection, we've tried and failed to find album covers with vehicles on them.
Yeah, we've discussed on the road stuff.
Maybe I'm gonna duct tape the cab of Gil to the front of one of them. Is what I'm gonna do.
Wait, what? What?
We're gonna tape Gil the hauler to the front of one of the albums and write it's a truck thing, so now it has a truck on it.
Okay.
If Gil doesn't appear in my next collection video, that's why he's over there.
Well, you get. Yeah, well, your next collection video isn't gonna be in a while, considering you've been wanting to build it yourself for a year and still not here.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, I'm not working on it, but it is something I plan on doing.
You should work on it, Ty. Cars on the Road is out now. The second iceberg is out. You're almost done with Car Adventures. You should focus on the shell.
Yeah, I do want to, definitely.
You've been talking about it for like a year. Because I was rewatching one of your older videos, and there you mentioned already wanting to build a new shell.
Yeah. That's something I wanted to do for a while. See, now the Switch battery is low. Look at that. Cool.
Let's switch it up.
I do think that we are going to end soon.
Yeah.
We've been going on. We're at 107. Maybe we'll stop in like 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, well, we've been going for almost 2 hours.
Almost 2 hours. I have to watch Pirates of the Caribbean as a school assignment.
It's a fun movie, so
Yeah.
I wish I could have that as school assignment.
Well, I could choose any movie I wanted, but
Well, for this one you do Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's a fun movie. Then could you also do Cars movie as for the
it has to be one
count?
it has to be one I haven't seen.
Oh right.
I've seen Planes, Fire, and Rescue once, so maybe we could make a workaround.
Well, just pretend that you. I just find a way to make that count.
I have never watched the movie Cars. Ignore my YouTube channel.
But honestly, like Planes, Fire, and Rescue, you can actually make a case for because you've mentioned it several times.
I've made
You
many
haven't watched it.
many jokes about how it doesn't exist or things along those lines. And
Honestly, maybe it is about time that you rewatch it just so you got all the lore accurate, and maybe you could get stuff for iceberg videos from it.
I got a feeling some of my audience probably thinks that I've never seen Planes, Fire, and Rescue.
Well, you should probably watch it, even if it's just for the next iceberg video or something.
Yeah, I like the fact. Look, why does this stand better than this? Sorry, I still had some index cards over here after I
It's just not standing.
well, don't worry. We have these obnoxious, huge plastic stand. This is awful. It really is. What is this?
You're also doing it with one hand.
That doesn't change anything. That changes something. There you go.
Hey!
No! I lightly tapped the table there. Trucks. Oh, see, now it's in my head.
That's like, I don't have time. I've seen people say like, "Oh, it's now stuck in my head as well." I haven't watched it enough. I listen to like the same album of Green Day like every time I'm playing video games that aren't racing games.
Yeah.
So it's pretty difficult to get another song stuck in my head that isn't American Idiot album Green Day. I listen to that album like almost every time I play first-person shooter games.
I have a strange thing I do where whenever like my mind is just blank, I just start humming "Dancing Queen" by ABBA, and I don't know why. But for whatever reason, I'll just be sitting there and then I start going I don't know why, and I never make it to the lyrics. I always just start humming the beginning to "Dancing Queen," and I don't know why.
I have that with like random songs from that American Idiot album. So I understand your pain.
But like I don't even like ABBA that much. I'm not listening to ABBA in my free time. I don't know how that started.
You've probably heard it once.
I've heard it enough. I've seen both Mamma Mia movies several times, which, for the uninitiated, are a set of musicals that only use ABBA music. And when they made the sequel 10 years after the original, they reused most of the songs because they realized that people don't know enough ABBA songs.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I've never heard of that, and I don't want to hear about it.
Good. Don't hear about it. It's not worth it. It's not worth watching Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
I'm not even... I honestly don't think I'm even going to care. Not my type of movies, probably.
Good. Nobody has written anything. I think we scared them off. It's been 8 minutes. I think we scared them off with my beautiful singing of ABBA.
Yeah, there's only one person watching now.
I think that's you. No, wait, that's me. That's my other tab that's open.
Then it should have 2 people watching because I'm still watching the stream.
Then maybe it's only you. Then it would be you.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that there are like 8 billion people on the planet and we narrowed down specifically what one person is watching my live stream? That's crazy.
Well, yeah, we only have like 6. Oh, no.
Two!
No,
Two!
It's 2!
No way! Second viewer, show yourself! No, it's 1!
It's back to 1. It went to 2 and then they probably heard us screaming about how it was 2 and then it went away.
We were acting too desperate. No, it's 0! Wait! Did you just click off?
No. It's still staying at 1 for me.
It says 0 on my screen. Did you click off of it?
No. I'm still on the stream.
Then why does it say 0?
I don't know.
Then it's lying.
Picture quality is like when it comes to viewer count when doing live streams.
It's not accurate.
It never is. Maybe there is somebody now watching us going crazy about random stuff.
I just hit my elbow. I have viewers who watch my entire streams when they're archived. Dear all my viewers, this one isn't worth it.
Okay, for any white viewers, I feel sorry for what you just had to go through there.
Stop watching the stream when I stopped playing Fortnite the first time. Actually, stop the stream.
If they're seeing this, then it's already too late.
Stop watching the stream after I stop playing Fortnite the second time, because there's funny stuff in between. With
If they watch into this, they're hearing what you're saying now. Then it's already too late.
Because in between me playing, we had the wacky adventures of me vandalizing Taylor Swift, and then the instructions in Race-O-Rama.
I tried to read French, and I'm not even sure if it's French or Spanish.
Exactly. We showed that we are.
I think it's French because the one below it seemed more like Spanish.
We
I
proved.
never read Spanish, so I would know.
We proved our cultural ineptitude today.
Yeah, and I've proven how much my French classes I've really done.
Exactly.
I know how to say I don't speak French in French, so.
Is that the only thing you could say?
I can say a few more things. I can say I don't speak French. I can say
Please stop speaking French. I could say I'm sorry, I don't understand you speaking French. I just.
No, I can't make such complicated sentences. I can say let's see. I can say je ne parle pas français, which is I don't speak French, and je ne sais pas, which means I don't know. That's what I can say.
So basically, so your skills in the French language are only good if you're speaking with somebody who speaks French. So you could tell them I don't speak French and you don't know what they're saying.
Well,
kind of genius that they teach you that first.
I think I'm better at German than French, but still my German is like also low level. The only languages I'm really good at is English and Dutch.
Yeah, I took a lot of years of Spanish class because it was mandatory. I can't speak.
What? You can't speak?
I can't speak Spanish.
Well, it shows how much the language classes are really worth.
Ty and Robin destroy the education system. That's what we're calling this stream.
Yeah, well, I learned English because of Star Wars. I was watching Star Wars Rebels videos when I was 12, 13.
You were taught English. You were taught English by Garazeb Aurelius. That's impressive.
Well, at least like I was watching. I mostly learned English because I was watching English Star Wars videos.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I started using it once Cars 3 came out because I joined the Cars community. And, of course, also top it started with me watching Star Wars Rebels videos on YouTube.
Yeah, well, your English is very good.
Yeah, well, it's improved a lot.
Clearly, Star Wars Rebels has taught you well. I guess that show was worth. I guess that show was worth something at the end of the day.
It was definitely worse. It's still my favorite Star Wars media, honestly.
Really, I think Clone Wars is better. We have one viewer back.
Yeah, one viewer. Also, I do think that the Circus biplane, which are just holding your hand there, I do believe they just took a El Chupacabra model and then just like reworked him to look like the circus plane.
Look at that.
El Chupacabra base.
Look at that poor quality. Yikes.
Literally the same as the plastic wings from Dusty from the Planes place.
Yeah, that's not good though, because he carries 6 pitties on his wings in the episode.
Yeah. Grab some non-clown pitties. Oh wait, you can only put on 4.
You could try. Well, they were the Guido mold.
Do you have to use the pitties in that mold, right?
I have several pitties in that mold.
Yeah, get them here. Get them here.
I have 6, but well, I have the band.
Yeah, get them. They're Guido models, so they're perfect.
I'm gonna get. Well, I'll get some of the smaller band guys. Then Marco and Marcello, whose models were reused and on the road. I didn't get like the tuba guy or anything. They're not gonna stay, but we could scale it out.
Yeah, just do one wing first. One wing first.
Well, you could just map it out. You could see. Technically.
Just like take 3 of them, put them next to each other on the wing just to confirm. I think your wings are just like a little too short.
Yeah.
Just a little too short.
Definitely. Well.
We tried.
We tried. I think we should probably end the stream here.
Yeah, and also, once again to anybody who made it this far in the archive stream, like rewatching it, I'm sorry for everything you had to sit through.
I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I don't expect to be forgiven. But thank you all so much for watching this live stream. Thank you for everyone who joined me through my Epic Gaming, through my vandalizing of Fearless Taylor's version. To my sister, if you see this, I'm sorry. And also buy a CD with a truck on the cover so that this joke could work. I'm gonna go out of my way. There's gotta be. I'm sure there's like a country singer out there who's got like just a big old pickup truck on his cover, right? I'm gonna buy that, put it in my sister's room, right? It's a truck thing inside, which will defeat the entire purpose of the joke, which is that I was taking something she owned and sneaking that into it.
Whatever, you still sneak something in.
Still snuck something into it. It still worked. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. I snapped my fingers. That means it's over.